Hi guys, Justin here, welcome Farm 26, and I kind of shorted you guys a little bit. I got a lot more done between now and what you guys had seen it last. Yeah. I like to know what I've got in there for. But anyways, I'll show you what you've been missing in real time. It's been fun. Get rid of my one dragger, I don't need two. But here we go, this is what you guys have been missing. Now I've been putting 3 screws in up to right here. The rest doesn't really hold weight. The rest just holds a little bit of grain from spilling over the side. So there's really no pressure on what's left. So I'm just 2 up. It's been a lot of screws, so. Yeah. And this is all rough cut lumber. So that side and this side and then up to here where all that stack that was right here and it's gone. I'm dipping into my secondary reserve stack, and I helped both grandpas cut the lumber, but yeah, it come from both of them, so. Or some that came from each, and been a while since I've been a part of the mill, so. There, and that's exciting, isn't it? Well, it's getting closer. Well, I want to show you something though. I was just kind of thinking about it. So I've been reusing as much as I can. And that one right there. So this one here, I want to know how many times he's been reused. All these little pock marks are nail holes. I actually pulled out square nails out of him. I think they were manufactured square nails, but square nails nonetheless. The top plate trim, up here, that's all the mouse chewed wood out of the old divider. That's that's all from that stack of wood that was there. And we'll pan you around. Try not to get you too crazy. Oh, the door. And then on this side to that window. Okay. We're all out of that stack to here. And then these 2 are old divider. Put one off that stack. One off that stack, and the rest is all, you know, short bits that that come from that divider that just weren't any good for anything else than short runs and whatnot. It actually sealed up fairly tight. And here's where the time comes in. So every board on each end is chainsaw cut, which, you know, not a big deal. Chainsaw does fine, but they were cut in log. So every end got to be squared. And that's fine and dandy. We need a quick measurement. Okay, 91.5. So, flip him around. Now we can cut the length. And then I bought my square. $91.5. Okay, cut him to length. This right here is kind of why I've been shorting you. Okay, so on this end, we need 7 1/8. Okay, this end, we need 7. Okay. In the middle, we're going to go 7 1/16. Get him on a little brighter spot. There. Yep, that's the straight one. And with this rough cut, you also got to kind of be somewhat selective. There's nothing wrong with this board, but I've been saving this one just for this. There are spots you're going to have to trim, and since they're rough cut and not edged, they're not all going to be perfect fitters. Okay. But you got your wane, or depending on, could be mouse damage, there are ends to trim. Okay, so let's get on with the show. Just rip them. Now I haven't had to rip every one, but I just thought I'd show you. 7. Uh-oh. This is going to need a little adjustment. And these tights off with that belly, I should have probably measured it a little better. I got to fix for him once. There's a couple screws in it though. That's the biggest hole I've had so far, I think. Okay. Get where we can work. Ah, crack isn't so bad. I mean, it's cracked, but it isn't so bad. But we are gonna. Yep, I can do that and split the difference. And he'll hold the soybean then. Get another one started in there. And it's still not perfect, but better. Not too worried about a little bit of a crack up there. I mean, I don't want any cracks, but if I had one, I'd want it there anyway. Yeah, there you go. This is the story over and over again. So this is what y'all been missing out on. Granted, when it's lower, I don't have to move a ladder, but still pretty painful. I think you get the idea. I'm gonna just get the last one done, and I'll bring you back when we start the next step. Well, but looking outside, it's getting dark again. I've about had it for the day, but yeah, that side, it's all sheeted up around, and we'll continue the video in the morning, and we'll start with these two guys on the ground. That's right, we'll start some more walls. Yeah, been fun though. Turned out all right. I mean, there's tighter, and there's, you know, there's this, and then there's poor grade framing up houses. I'm not saying that it's all poor grade going in houses, but I've seen some looser stuff put together. But yeah, it turned out, well, I guess I got that one little spot right there to go yet. But we're gonna just hold off on him until we got the right little scab for it. But yeah, I like it. All right, so all I've really done is take and cut my plate here to length, and I'm gonna mark the center. We're gonna lay out studs, but we're gonna lay them out a little bit different than what most are done. Okay, and we're going to mark it with a C, an X. Okay, so we're going 16 on, and I've already, on center, and I've already measured some of this out until I get to my door. And, okay, here's another one, 16 on. And, oh, it's hard to read some of these. Trouble is my wood is not new. Okay, and that one was X'd, so we must be doing this one. And in interest of keeping a 2-foot door, okay, that is my 2-foot door. It's actually going to be a shade narrower than 2 foot. Actually, I want to stud on this side and this side. So, 1.5 inches. Okay, and 1.5 inches. All right, and man, it looks like that one's deleted. Go with this one. We got an X there and an X there. All right. So what we're going to do is transpose the same measurement, because we're working off of that center on that side. And we're going to have 2 doors, tunk and tunk, because we are going to put up a dividing wall. Well, I'm going to finish laying that out, and hopefully we'll get to knocking some studs. So we're back to our cement acre game, and yeah, a lot of you guys have seen this already. Actually, I'm going to start at the end here. And I actually marked this center because we got a plate going on top. And we're just going to drill them down and sink them. If I can get them lined up center. Okay. And it's not the box I was looking for. I'm going to need them in a second, but here it is with two of them. And it's going to be the same thing as what we did earlier. It's going to be a matter of there, he's ready to roll. Oh, and he's about there. And this 2x4 is already sunk into the cement just a little bit. One thing I did do is actually drill or measure him in. I measured him in so he was dead centered. Because I'm going to have to drill these out and I'll just hole saw them out. Oh, with that, I think you know the drill. Okay, so we're going to take our top or our bottom plate here, and I got a hole saw. We're just going to take and I'm going to pop every hole that we've got a cement acre going through. If we don't do this, we got no way to get our stud wall down tight flush. And so we don't break off the bottom. There. And yeah, this is going to be a wash, rinse, repeat kind of thing. So you know the drill. Well, there you go. We got our holes drilled, and yeah, they're just right for that little washer. I shouldn't have any fitment issues. Looks like a big hole, and it is, and I kind of didn't want to go that big of a hole. But our 2x4 sits nice, and I'm going to show you why I'm not too worried about that hole. I need to scrap the 2x6 right there. So we're gonna toenail our 2x6 in, And you can see he's sitting flush in the concrete. He sits up proud. So we can screw him to the 2x4. I mean, we're going to be plenty solid, even with those holes. I do plan on taking, like, here's a stud, you know, putting some bigger, they're not deck screws, and I got to go get them yet, but we got to build a stud wall first. Well, I'm going to go pre-cut some studs. Actually, I might show you how to measure them. Okay, so I'm grabbing my tape here, and I'm just going to take a chunk of 2x4, set him on top. We're just going to hook on our top edge there, bring him down, and we're going to come up with 98.25 on this side. Let's see what the other side brings. And I'm not going to readjust, you guys, I'm just going to measure it. Uh-oh. So that side's reading tall. Now, do I have some mouse damage here that I'm looking at? I do. Okay, so there's flat. Get my ladder out of the way. Okay, let's see what this runs out. 98.75. What did I say on the other side? 98.25. I think what we're going to do is make them 98.5 if I can. Man, I hope I don't have too many studs left over, but 98.5 is what we're going to go for. So I have a problem, and this wall is going to end up being short. Here's where it comes from. So I got this concrete lip, and I'm sitting below it. If I was sitting up here where I'm supposed to be, everything would be 8 feet. These are full 8-foot studs. So I've got that gap to make up, and I think what I'm going to do is just make 8-foot studs. And if once I set it up there, I'm going to see just what I have to or don't have to do as far as this. Because I tell you what, if it's just a couple inches short up there, that's not going to be the end of the world. But yeah, I'm going to cut my studs 8 foot because that's what I've got. Well, to be continued. It's coming along. Well, hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe. We'll catch you next time.